Here we are, it's gold medal game night tonight. And of course, I should have this up here too. The US and the Czechs are facing off in the gold medal game. So Sweden and Canada, Canada's got this overwhelming offense. And it's funny because, and I've said it before, Canada doesn't have any one huge weapon. They just have a very solid team and a machine. And I felt bad for Cornhash last night, and I know that's not how you pronounce his name. That's how I pronounce his name. That's my own personal. It's my own way of letting the kid know that he has become part of my nickname family. There are certain names that I intentionally mispronounce, and Cornhash is one of them because it sounds awesome, and I really want to see him play for one of my favorite teams at some point, so I can yell that every time he makes a save. And I will. I yell Tuke every time Tuukka Rask makes a save, if it's a good one. Now, in Canada versus Sweden, it's interesting because Sweden's played a very solid, very close to the vest game. So I expect it to be low scoring, comparatively speaking, with the 7 spot that Canada put up yesterday against the Czech team. I would expect the U.S. to beat this Czech team. I'd be very surprised if the Czechs beat the U.S. in the bronze medal game. I would think U.S. gets bronze. And this is so tough to call. Canada-Sweden is going to be an electric game, which has me wondering why they've got club seats starting at $225, $100 or $90 tickets at the 100 level, $35 at the 300 level. This is the starting price. Now, they've already come out and said that these World Junior Championships in Buffalo have had lower attendance than they wanted or they expected and anticipated. I'm sorry, they are charging very nearly the same amount of money that I would have to pay to go to a Canucks game against a pretty good team. Junior hockey is fun. Junior hockey is also acceptably cheap. If I want to go to a Vancouver Giants game, I don't have to pay more than about $20 to get in and get a half decent seat. And that's part of the appeal of junior hockey. When I look at these prices, and I know junior hockey players don't get paid, all I see is cash grab by organizers. And I understand people not wanting to spend this. This is a gold medal game. It's a very important game. But yesterday's semifinals, they started at $150 for club level, $65 for 100 level, and $30 for the 300 level. So it's a $5 more expensive to see the gold medal game than to see yesterday's semifinal if you're in the 300 level. It's just ridiculous pricing. So at the end of this, when they're doing their post-mortem on what happened, it's not the city of Buffalo that's been the problem. It's the ticket prices. It absolutely is. And if I have to make a prediction between these two, my prediction is that Pedersen, who plays for these guys and is owned by these guys, hopefully has a really good game and Canada wins. That's my ultimate hope between these two teams is that Pedersen has a great game and Canada wins it in the end. But again, I don't expect the attendance to be very good. I was stunned yesterday by the attendance between USA and Sweden. This is a medal round game for Americans in Buffalo. There's no reason that building shouldn't have at least been a little over half full. And there, in the one end, it was virtually empty. So I honestly think they have to rethink this price. And I got to say, at this price point, if that's what it is for Vancouver next year, and I've been talking about going to see games for the World Juniors next year when they're in Vancouver, and I intend to, if we're looking at ticket prices in the range of what they've been in Buffalo, I'm going to probably rethink that on some level. I might try to go to a Canada game and maybe one of the lesser known teams playing against one of the other lesser known teams, because that would probably be cheaper. But if the prices are in the same range as this, yeah, I wouldn't be going to a gold medal game, and it's just too much. It's just too much. Considering most people are not going by themselves, you're spending for two, minimum of two. You might want to take your family. At these prices, you can't. You can't take your wife and kids out to see this game. And it's a shame because it's the crowd of little kids and families that really make junior hockey special. That's part of the reason why when you look at Western Ontario and Quebec hockey, it's so inclusive because you can afford to take your wife and kids out to watch it. At these prices, it starts to get a little bit out of reach. Unless you want to take your kids to the upper levels And some kids may get bored because they can't really see what's going on from up there. All right, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Who do you think's going to win the tournament? My guess is Canada, and yet Sweden has a really good shot. And if anybody's wondering, I don't actually have a Canada jersey to wear right now. It's still in transport, so don't hate on me too much for it. As I said, I hope Pedersen has a good game, and I hope that Canada wins it. That way, I'm happy on both sides. Thank you very much for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, and I'll talk to you again soon.